Another one I love, it's probably my favorite. I know you're not going to like this one, but I don't care. I'm going to read it to you anyway. Joel chapter 2. You never read that book, right? The people of God do what Americans do who call themselves Christians. The Lord is not enough. So they stray from God to loving other idols and doing what they do. And then a swarm of locusts comes into the land and ravishes their economic livelihood. It is a sign of God's judgment, God's discipline upon them because of their sin. And you would think that God is so cruel, he just leave them out there suffering in their sin. No, 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 no. But Joel chapter 2 and verse 12, I love this part. So my God, I just want to jump off this platform and shake somebody. This is for everybody who deals with guilt, everybody who deals with shame, everybody who feels like, I don't know if I could consecrate because you don't know what I've been doing. There's no way God is going to listen to me. He's not going to hear me. Man, I've been in sexual immorality. Man, I've been far away from God. I know it's a new year, but I'm not feeling God right now. I'm far away. This is for all of us who are dealing with that. Listen what he says in verse 12. Yet even now, in the middle of your rebellion, declares the Lord. Watch this word. Return to me. Return to me with all of your heart. How do you do that? With fasting. Gosh. With weeping. With mourning. Break yourself. Shed tears. Cry over the issues of your heart. Come to me and tell me how far away you are. Tell me you're cold. Tell me your prayer life sucks. Tell me you don't read. Tell me you're far away. Tell me, return to me with fasting and weeping and mourning. And I like verse 13, rend your hearts and not your garments. I don't want your empty praise. And I don't want no dead service. I want your heart. He says, break your heart. Pour out your heart. Watch this. Wring out your heart. Tell me, God, I'm struggling. I'm struggling with masturbation. I'm struggling with lust. I'm struggling with jealousy. I'm struggling with pride. I'm struggling with anger. I'm mad at you, God. I'm mad at my wife. I'm mad at my husband. I'm jealous. Wring out your heart in fasting and prayer. Gosh. And not your garments. Man, you can dress it up and come to church and fool everybody. But the Lord said to them, wring out your hearts and not your garments. Return to the Lord your God, for he is gracious and he is merciful. He is slow to anger and abounding in steadfast love. And he relents over disaster. That is, he can turn off his punishment whenever he's ready. He can move into your situation whenever. Man, he can give you a breath of, listen, you know what I want to say? He can give you a personal revival. My marriage is cold, my prayer life is cold, my Bible reading is cold, my service is cold, my heart feels cold. I'm talking to all of you who feel far away from God. Man, return to him with what? With fasting and with prayer. Watch, and he can give you a personal. You better be careful how you treat strangers, because oftentimes you entertain angels unaware. That old person you met in the bathroom that told you to get your life right because God got something for you in another season, and you blow them off like you wasn't talking to an angel that was trying to give you instructions. The homeless person that gave you a word. You can look over your shoulder and see how many times, man, angelic beings have intervened in your life. You was in a car crash and the angel held you to the seat that you didn't fly through a windshield. Man, I think about times God intervened in my life, even before I was saved, man. Man, when a friend and I drove off a cliff drunk on our way to a gunfight in Durham, North Carolina, trunk full of guns. straight off a cliff to the bottom of the ravine, walk out without a scratch. The Lord, knowing that this day would come for me when I'll be serving him right here, man, he held me as the car toppled down that ravine all the way to the bottom to make sure I did not die before my time. Oh my. Is anybody thankful for the intervention of God in your life? You don't even realize how many times angelic beings have interacted with your life, given you words of instruction, protected you in car accidents. Bullets could have killed you and you're still alive. Some of you should have been in a box, but you're only alive because of the intervention of some angelic being in your life. Now look at me. Do you think God would go through all of that to assign angels to his church if you was not valuable to him? So you think the Lord did this for Peter because he was perfect? Watch. And never made a mistake and never found himself in a jam. No, the Lord is saying, don't despise any childlike follower of Christ, because they are very valuable and precious to me. And the evidence of that is that I went through great lengths to even watch this, assign angelic beings to watch over their lives. He would not do that if you was not valuable. This is in the context of believers who have fallen into sin, who have made some mistakes, who have wandered away from the church, who have gotten into issues and they feel embarrassed and they run. This is for the believers who find themselves in a position of distress, and automatically we look down upon them because of where they are, instead of seeing that even in the middle of that mess, they are valuable to God.